YouTube, good Sunday to you. How y'all doing? You got Stud Style Tarot back up in the building. How y'all doing, y'all? How y'all doing? It's Sunday afternoon. And I said, okay, this is a good time for me to tap in to this energy with a clean table. As you guys can see, clean energy. Yeah, I am just curious though, because right now we were listening to Spirit Radio and it was playing Buddy. Somebody who said now they want to be your buddy. And right now we have Soul Sister by Bilal. Somebody said they feel like you they soul sister collective. Okay. So see, I'm trying to figure out what cards to use. For real, y'all. I mean, I probably should have grabbed it before I entered the building. I do have a new deck that I haven't used. I am curious to see what is at the bottom of the deck. Let's see, y'all. Let's see. We have motivated hope is the energy, y'all. Motivated hope, huh? Now, on this card, it looks like a calendar. You know, somebody could be watching the days, you know, looking forward to, I guess, maybe a certain date that they might be able to do something, huh? Maybe, you know, they'll be, wow, look at Spirit with that confirmation. I was going to say maybe, you know, they'll be able to, you know, actually be free from a situation they could be in, or they might be done with. I just heard like a program, a routine, a regimen. This card says the lens of distortion, the lies. Was somebody living their life looking through the lens of distortion? So what, the time that they counting down, is that going to be the day that the lens is removed? Hey, I don't know. Keywords: denial, false optimism, the truth. Hope is a poor substitute for evidence. Waiting is not a virtue. It is a form of procrastination. The surgery: observe the reality, not the potential. Notice the evidence you are actively ignoring. Wow. This card is saying a lot. Maybe this was somebody who was actively ignoring what was going on around them, huh? Hold on, y'all. See, we getting the message. This man, hold on. Wow. See, this deck right here has multiple meanings on the cards, like multiple messages. So I'm going to take this as, this is somebody who was in a distorted energy, not seeing things clearly. This is somebody who may have been believing lies, telling a whole lot of lies, and now trying to give themselves some motivated hope, which is really, I guess, false optimism. Somebody who's really in denial. The truth says hope is a poor substitute for evidence. Waiting is not a virtue, it is a form of procrastination. So, this could be somebody who could be procrastinating, right? And time is, just passing away here. They could be wasting time, right? With this motivated hope. I don't know, collective. We gonna keep going. But before I do, let me say my prayer. Holy angels of the white light, my ancestors, my spirit guides, thank you so much for your covering and your protection as I channel these messages for the collective. Anybody known or unknown spirit sending any negative energy my way, return it back to the sender spirit and bind it to them 1,000-fold. So mote it be. In the Most High God's name, we pray. Ashe, Ashe. So right now on Spirit Radio, we have pieces. And it almost makes me feel like, somebody is possibly, breaking down in the pieces, collective, because they've been over here waiting, wasting time, telling themselves lies because they're in a distorted energy. And see, I don't know if y'all can hear Spirit Radio. I kind of have it low, but they're playing this part where she says something about too good for your own shoes. Wait, let me see if we get some lyrics here. Cross your fingers, collective, because you know how they be doing. We do have some lyrics. It says, "You beat up my heart and you picked at my brain, tearing me to pieces. You wear out my soul and you gnaw at the bone of my contention. You gnaw at the bone of my contention. Everything that I do ain't never good enough for you. And everything I say, you choose to throw away." And the chorus goes, "This constant arguing is doing me in. I just can't seem to win. I can't seem to please you. Don't know where it all begins, but it sure never ends. This pain and suffering goes on and on and on." Wow. So see, yeah, that pain and suffering that's been going on and on. Maybe somebody's on countdown, collective. Maybe they getting away from somebody. Maybe they gonna stop lying to themselves, huh? When I split the deck, we have the filter update. Y'all, these some deep cards. The filter update. And it says radical agency. The exit. So somebody about to do something radical, huh? Keywords: raising standards. The truth: loneliness is expensive, but bad company costs you a fortune. Raise the price of admission to your life. The surgery: update your criteria. Decide what behavior is now an immediate no. Wow. The exit. Now, see, it's almost kind of giving me, collective, that same energy we've been tapping into every time I get these cards. And the energy that we're tapping into is the energy of, someone possibly counting down, the days with this motivated hope of them possibly making an exit from somebody, because they're now having to update their filter, raise their criteria when it comes to the people that they allow into their life, right? This could have been somebody who stayed somewhere that they wasn't happy in. And it's crazy because, this picture on this card is somebody who's, using one of those, it's like a filter. I forget what they call it though, like a strainer, a handheld strainer, but it's rocks that they straining. Like they've been, filling their filter up with rocks. And it's time to change the contents of the people they've been catching in their filter and raise their standards. Or I wonder if that's you, collective, that raised your standards. But I really feel like we're talking about someone else's energy, where it's time for them to raise their standards. Because maybe they realize now that there was something about you, collective, that was different. The name of the song that's playing on Spirit Radio right now is Something About You. You weren't one of these heavy rocks in their life. You were someone who actually, meant good in their life. But because this person had low standards, they ran from something that was good for them and decided to pick those rocks instead of flowers. This card says the partition: behavior reality. Somebody's having to accept the facts. This card, the key word says secrecy, and compartmentalization. The truth: secrecy protects the secret keeper, never the relationship. You are being hidden because you don't fit the other narrative. The surgery: this is not partnership, it is compartmentalization. You are being kept in a silo, not a life. Wow. I almost feel like this is what somebody did to you. These are the facts. This could have been somebody who compartmentalized how they felt about you. There was a partition here separating you from them. And it was them putting you in your own separate category. There is something about you, and you're not like everybody else, collective. You actually made this person happy. Now they're around people that they're unhappy with. Wow. This card went straight to the floor, y'all. All the cards went straight to the floor. Because this could be our story right here, collective. This is how they fell to the floor like that. So we have these cards covering these. Oh, okay, this is just one. Okay. Here's the bottom of the mess here. The chasing loop. And this is the trap dynamics. Somebody stayed repeating the cycle, huh? Kept going round and round on this loop. Keywords: anxious, avoidant dance. Truth: you run, they chase. You chase, they run. You are not connecting. You are playing tag with trauma. The surgery: recognize the pattern. Identify who you had to chase to feel seen as a child. So this is somebody who could be someone that now wants to chase you, collective. But maybe you chase them and then you stopped chasing them, huh, collective? But see, that sounds like a childhood wound. Somebody being an avoidant, like they're being an avoidant dance. Like somebody runs, then, the chaser now turns into the runner. The runner now turns into the chaser. This is somebody that you are not connecting with if you guys are playing tag with trauma. But see, on this twin flame journey, one person heals from this trauma and it triggers the other person to heal after that. We have 3 cards. This card says somatic truth covered by future faking, covered by the parent trap. Wow. Now, without reading all the key words and the truth and the surgery, it gives me the energy of somebody who knew in their gut with this somatic truth that they really should have been with you. But what they chose to do was future fake you because they were caught in a parent trap with someone else. Let's just see what the cards say, y'all, for somatic truth. Radical agency, another exit card, the exit. Key words: body knowledge, the truth. Your body reacts before your narratives do. Anxiety is noise. Intuition is grounded. The surgery: track sensation, not explanation. Notice the physical reaction when you see their name. I still think somebody knew that body knowledge, right? They knew that it was something different about you, but they didn't listen to their body. They be they chose to be anxious. The anxious person that was doing the avoidance dance. Remember, somebody who's anxious, I guess the another way of saying that they're anxious is that they do an avoidance dance. Uh-huh. The person that was chasing this loop here. Those are the key words on this card: anxious and avoidance dance. So this person was doing the avoidance dance because they wasn't listening to their body knowledge. And so now they came at you future faking, which the key words on this card says verbal mirages, deferral. There was a deferral here. A deferral in the building plans, huh? The truth: promises without dates are just verbal simulations. They are selling you a dream to buy your patience today. The surgery: look at the calendar, not the potential. There is no project, only a pitch. Now, do y'all remember when we first came in the building? We had that calendar that was on that card. Somebody over here projecting, huh? What they wanted in the future, only to be really wasting time. Like I said before, because they were future faking. And now we have the parent trap. Over functioning is the key word. Here's another trap dynamic which keeps this person in a loop. The truth: you are their partner, not their therapist, mother, or manager. If you stop rowing, this boat sinks. Let it sink. The surgery: feeling needed is a poor substitute for feeling cherished. Retire from the role of manager. Hey, this is one of those two-seater bikes where there's only one person that's riding the bike. That was meant for two people to sit. This could be somebody who, I don't know if they were trying to trap you, collective, in a parent trap. Maybe this person could be getting away from this loop here and coming in towards you on this bike because they still felt, or their body, is telling them they need to come back to you. But maybe I feel only to trap you. Maybe they are trying to trap you in a parent trap. help them with the kids. Now that they're ready to get you out of this partition here. Because we got the partition energy still at the bottom of the deck. Secrecy, compartmentalization. Yeah, that's a long one, y'all. So this could be somebody who was trying to keep you secret that wants to come back in to trap you now. Secrecy protects the secret keeper, never the relationship. You are being hidden because you don't fit the other narrative. So there is something different about you. If you don't fit the narrative, and maybe that's why this person put you away and hid you. But see, now they want to come back in to trap you. Like this is the energy I'm getting. They want to come in to trap you and keep you on this chasing loop, the runner chaser energy. On and off, hot and cold, dynamic with them. Collective, you deserve better than that. But this is the energy. Somebody could be trying to come in, collective, trying to trap you. We're going to clarify. You know, Spirit had me pull out all these different decks so I could clarify with one of them here. I just had to choose one. I got the one. Here we go. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck, y'all. We have overindulgence. Is somebody's energy, collective. They do too much. They move too fast. And because they are moving too fast, look how everything's getting mixed up and slushed around, and looks like a mess is being created here. When I split the deck, we have take several seats. Take several seats says getting on your nerves, annoying as F. Wow. This is somebody who probably needs to take several seats, but this is somebody who's very annoying, that overindulges. And they could currently be in the energy of doing too much right now, trying to run back to chase you, collective. Because we definitely have chaser energy coming through with that chasing loop. This could be somebody you're running from. Now they're chasing you. But like I said earlier, you may have called yourself chasing them. Now you're not doing that no more. This is somebody who feels like they had a close encounter, collective, with an alien. And that alien is you. This close encounter card says divinely protected, so close, potentially harmful, heightened sense of vulnerability. Yeah, this is somebody who got so close to somebody who has a heightened sense of vulnerability. They had a close encounter with a empath. somebody who's empathic if you have a heightened sense of vulnerability, but they're seeing you now as somebody who could be potentially harmful to them, possibly because you're divinely protected. If you're potentially harmful to them, it almost gives me the energy of they'll get their karma if they hurt you. Ooh, because you are potentially harmful in that way. Collective, wow, this card landed in my lap in the upright and crossing. We have cult energy. Somebody could be strange and sinister. Somebody who could have twisted beliefs. This person on this card got on a gas mask, collective. Y'all see that? This could be somebody who coming in to gaslight you and possibly cause an obstruction in your life. This card says obstructing. They want to come in cock blocking. They want to hinder your new connection. It says hindering connection. This could be something that's going to hinder you, stop you from achieving things that you're supposed to achieve, fulfilling whatever purpose you're supposed to fulfill. This person is coming in to block that from happening in this hindering connection. They would be a hindering connection to you. And it's funny how, we have the rooster on the card. They think they a rooster, huh? Collective, they're wearing a gas mask. But they got this big old rose on their head. Like, it almost gives me the energy of somebody coming in to really sweet talk you, gaslight you. But they're in a cult. But now with that card coming out crossing, maybe they're getting out of the cult. Somebody who could be very boastful, collective, a bragger, somebody who self promotes, showcases their achievements, possessions, or advantages. Wow. So this boastful energy felt that somatic truth when it came to you, but in this boastful energy, they seemed like they were more self-absorbed and only cared about themselves here. This could be them being a little bougie. This card says, thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. This card says, fancy pants, high end, superficial and materialistic, shallow, skin deep, hard to please. Wow. Somebody who was really hard to please, huh, collective? Somebody who was bougie. And they were boastful. That was part of a cult, part of a group of people who was just like them, probably, right? Birds of a feather flock together. Thank you, Spirit. We have emotional intelligence. Here we go. Somebody who manages own emotions, and understands emotions of others. Now, I don't know, collective. This card is coming out to clarify the future faking. And see, this almost kind of looks like that brain energy again with those same flowers on it, right? Look at this, y'all. Ooh, spiritual bird, when I said that. You see how he got that rose on the brain? And then now, here we go again with the roses sitting on top of somebody's brain here again with the emotional intelligence. Is this somebody who's trying to, if they're managing their own emotions, it gives me the energy of the emotional manipulator who, only gives so much of their emotions to you using emotional intelligence. But now, with this understands emotions of others, maybe this is, somebody who thought they knew how you were feeling and then now, manipulated theirs by holding back, managing their own. You see what I'm saying? So the emotional manipulator the emotional intelligence could also be somebody that's an emotional manipulator. Hypnotic at the bottom of the deck. This says, under the influence, can't think for themselves. Wow. Hypnotic, under the influence, and can't think for themselves. Maybe this person is, under spell work. Because if this is under the influence, can't think for themselves, did somebody throw them this little energy ball here? I don't know what that is. But it looks like, oh yeah, it's the stairwell that's winding down, 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 spiraling. Wow. Somebody could have been pushed into this winding stairwell, under the influence from other people. Mm. When you listen to others, it will have you winding downward in your life. You do have to be able to think for yourself. If you constantly listening to others, okay, Spirit gave us 2 cards for the parent trap. Case of the X, covered by cleaning house, eliminating undesirables. X won't go away. Lingering feelings for X. Relationship with X. This person might still be dealing with their ex. They could be still trying to cleanse their house right now of everything pertaining to an ex. Or for all we know, collective, this could be your energy. Because they coming in trying to get you in a trap. Take it how it resonates. Oh my God. This is somebody who's in the energy of self-pleasure. self-satisfying instantly, doing things for you. At the bottom of the deck. Mm, wow. We're going to have to get some tarot on this collective. This is going to explain everything here. But I'm like, I could take it one more level, get one more oracle. But this is deep because remember how I translated in the beginning that this could be somebody, it says you're their counterpart, but they're riding away from somebody on this two-seater bike. And it could be this ex that we were talking about that they're trying to cleanse themselves of, thinking they could come back to the, person that they compartmentalized and now gas you up, try to give you your flowers, feeling like now, they're ready to make those amends with you. Right now, we have Can't Explain playing on Spirit Radio. It never fails, y'all. Somebody who been doing the most, and they're still now self-pleasuring themselves because they're thinking about you. Ready to do things for you now. Doing things for you just may give them some pleasure. Y'all, I don't know. You take it how it resonates. Mm, mm, mm. Not this one, y'all. Not this one. This one. Yeah, let's see. I'm just curious what comes out at the bottom. Oh my God, y'all. We have great source of power, energy coming up at the bottom of the deck. This is somebody who feels like the two of you can be the dream team of change. Reunion creates exponential growth, highly influential, and agents of change. So, this is somebody who wants to go from being an agent of chaos to an agent of change, collective. You see that? This is giving power couple energy. Somebody who feels like they're in heaven. Somebody that feels like you are heaven on earth now. And they over here still attached to a karmic. You see that? It says karmic partner or partners. This could be someone that spirit could be saying is a karmic partner for you. But you see how they over here all in their phone trying to connect to your possible energy because y'all the dream team, or they feel like you and them could be this dream team. This karmic partner says turbulent with plenty of highs and lows, red flags, codependency, arguments, miscommunication. They test us and our understanding of love and relationships. Wasn't I saying something about somebody, running and chasing, back and forth, on and off, hot and remember when I said that? That could be because this person is a karmic trying to keep you on this chasing loop. And this karmic could still be attached to another person. That information as well could be true coming from the card, that they're attached to someone else, but steady trying to get info on you while that person isn't looking. Bottom of the deck, Spirit said this is a no, okay, to this person. No, definitely not. All right, y'all, the reading's over. No, I'm just teasing. But it's a no when it comes to this person who thought they could put you on a shelf. That's almost giving me the energy of somebody who thought they could put you on a shelf with that partition energy. This bragger, this person who's bougie, sound like they full of their ego. Ooh, this is too many cards, Spirit. I feel it. Why is this card covered? Ooh, and it landed on the cleaning house energy, y'all. We got Aquarius. It landed right here on that cleaning house energy. You could be cleaning your house from an Aquarius energy, or an Aquarius energy could be cleaning their house from an ex that's still attached to them. Right now we have He Is playing on Spirit Radio, and y'all know He Is or She Is. Take it how it resonates. Somebody's trying to acquire some knowledge about a past life connection. This says difficult differences. You guys may have some difficult differences between y'all. Things are changing in divine timing for an Aquarius energy. Wow. What's at the bottom of the deck, y'all? We have deceit. So you know what this is giving, collective? It's giving me the energy of the person that Spirit told you no, right? The person who that Spirit told you no to is somebody that's wearing a mask. Somebody who's very deceitful. That's trying to get some information behind the scenes here. This acquiring knowledge says open-minded to the connection, researching and understanding this deep and cosmic connection, willingness to be open and understanding of the connection. But collective, they still might be coming in to gaslight you too, because we've seen that energy as well from the other oracle. You know, this person who wears a mask, who operates out of deceit, now wants to know about this past life connection. Intuitive and telepathic communication. Time seems to stop in each other's presence. Instant connection and deep emotions. Feels very familiar with each other. This is somebody who now feels like you guys feel familiar to each other. This is somebody who feels like you guys have a telepathic connection and could be communicating with you intuitively now, or feeling like you could be communicating with them intuitively. But with this battle going on here, the difficult differences, it says differences of opinions and ideas in love, differences in status, money, power, or culture. One awakened while the other is unawakened. And I really believe that's our message right there. Somebody who is awakened and someone who is unawakened, which is why divine timing has to be at play here. Believes union will happen when it needs to. The universe is placing people, things, challenges, and more into your life when you can handle them. Belief that everything in life happens at exactly the right moment. Somebody believes that things are going to happen in due time, collective, with this divine timing. But right now, they still being deceitful, collective. This could be somebody that's coming in to deceive you, trying to use emotional intelligence. They could be trying to come in the future fake you still and then put you right back in the partition. Compartmentalize you again. Because they still not coming in showing their real self to you. This is somebody all they care about is their self promotions here. Showing off their achievements, possessions, or advantages. Look what I got. Look what I got going on. Look what's happening in my life right now. Look what I'm doing. Somebody who want everybody to know what they got going on. Self-promoting. This Aquarius energy. Or maybe the Aquarius is coming through representing the star. Star energy. Maybe somebody's seeing you as a star. And now trying to get, more information and knowledge about you. Because remember, we did see them seeing you like an alien, but you're divinely protected. September 22nd through November 6th, y'all, something's going to happen this coming fall around September 22nd through November 6th. Maybe this is somebody who's going to try to come back into your energy because they're in inner turmoil, collective. You see that at the bottom of the deck here? This card says doubting and questioning decisions. Fight between the mind and the heart. Feeling worried, conflicted, agitated, and unhappy with life choices. That's why they on that bike. I'm telling you, they trying to get away from somebody. But I really think they might still be coming in to future fake you and then put you back in the silo. We have separation. This could be somebody that is heartbroken because you guys are in separation. Someone runs away. Honeymoon phase ends. Insecurities and attachment issues begin to appear, causing a rift in relationship. So this is somebody who clearly has insecurities and attachment issues. Somebody who still feels attached to you after future faking you. This is somebody who has been trying to desensitize themselves over this heartbreak here. They over here emotionally detached due to fear or unwanted behaviors, feeling numb and suppressing feelings through either drugs, alcohol, or some other addictive behavior. This is somebody who's numbing themselves, possibly with alcohol or drugs or some other addictive behavior, because they're still dealing with insecurities and attachment issues, collectives. Still attached to you, but somehow, look, Spirit said no, right? Maybe you said no, but this person, maybe they might be able to come in towards you, because remember the motivated hope in the very beginning? You know, they over there watching the calendar. Now, granted, they wasting time because we said that, but they over here watching the calendar. Somebody in this Taurus energy. Taurus energy is Empress energy, but Taurus energy is also Hierophant energy. Wow. I think Spirit is trying to show us with this card, this Taurus energy is giving a Empress energy that has learned their lesson, and they're in a Hierophant energy. Uh-huh. Look at the bottom of the deck, y'all. We have glow up. Uh-huh. You've learned your lesson and you became an Empress energy in this Taurus energy. But it's also given that somebody could be cleansing house from a parent trap with a person that was a Taurus, who could be their ex. So we have the case of the ex cleansing the house, could have been a Taurus energy. Maybe they thought they had the real Empress energy, but you see how we have the plus and the minus. Maybe they were with a false, a negative Taurus, somebody who was prejudiced, lazy, self-indulgent, slow moving, stubborn, materialistic. A Taurus in their positive energy is practical, loyal, trustworthy, stable, takes pleasure in beauty. Y'all, you got to take it how it resonates. But we have glow up energy at the bottom of the deck. And it says overcoming illness and negativity, feeling confident and being on the right path in life, connecting with others, positive vibes, and new phase of life. So see, this could be somebody who sees you having a glow up. They thought they could keep you in that silo, huh? But you broke free, collective, and could have became an empress that's having a glow up. That's now separating from this past person, which could be now the case of your ex that thought they was going to come in and put you on this parent trap in the fall. We got Leo energy, strength energy at the bottom of the deck, y'all. This is you standing in your power, collective, having strength to resist temptation. You're standing in your power and you're having victory and success with this Six of Wands energy. You don't want to be with somebody that's boastful, materialistic, bougie, an emotional manipulator. I mean, somebody who could still only be coming in to future fake you. I just want y'all to remember the first energy that Spirit showed us. Spirit said, no, definitely not. Do not go back, High Priestess, to a past energy. Don't go back to where Spirit freed you from, or what they say, delivered you from. You've been delivered from this chasing loop. There has been an exit. You are gone. And this is somebody's judgment, collective. We have the Judgment card coming out, landing on that Taurus energy. Somebody is going through judgment. And there is an ending. Death energy at the bottom of the deck. There is an ending in this connection to this person. They have to transform. They have to have a rebirth. You went through your rebirth and had a glow up. Now it's time for them, as they go through judgment, collective. I mean, you guys still may have differences, remember? You guys probably don't even get along anymore. You don't even think the same. You don't even want the same things. We have sun energy covered by emperor energy. This emperor is seeing you as their light, collective. Or this could be Spirit saying this emperor energy has been exposed. You see the light when it comes to this emperor energy. And y'all know an emperor could be someone that's already married in a marriage. Remember, we saw the karmic partner card? They could be married to a karmic partner. Here we go, third party energy at the bottom of the deck. Three of Cups. This emperor has been exposed for having a third party. hmm But they want to come in and future fake you. That's the emotional intelligence they go come in with, trying to manipulate you, future faking you. When here we go with that star energy coming back out. You could be this star. Like I said, this could be somebody who, in this star energy, could be praying for you, wishing for you, hoping for you, because they're going through a tower moment in their life. Bottom of the deck, their world is crumbling, but sudden change happens in order for things to be rebuilt. Maybe this is somebody who needs to rebuild their life and heal. This tower card says sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, disaster, awakening, release, sudden insight. Ooh, spiritual burp, y'all, when I say that. This could be somebody you could be releasing because you have sudden insight when it comes to their energy. They thought they could put you on the shelf. They thought they could compartmentalize you and come back to you when they were ready to come back to you. But what didn't happen? Wow. We have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, y'all. And it's touching the Judgment card and that Aquarius energy. This card says fear, insecurity, living beyond means, obsession with work, false success, deception, lack of faith. We seen that this person is still operating out of deceit, being deceitful, and still wearing a mask. Wow. We got Magician energy at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this is somebody who's operating out of fear right now, collective. Because they're not single. They're not abundant. So this is somebody that needs some money. If they're not abundant, but Spirit also telling you that they're not single either. This is somebody who's been living beyond their means. Perpetrating a false success. And I can see that there with the bragger energy. Remember we seen that? Somebody who likes to brag about what they got, what they getting, what they doing. This is somebody who is trying to still manifest you, collective, in this Magician energy. And they're still holding on to your energy. Four of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Somebody's still holding on to you because they feel like you're their Two of Cups. You are their soulmate after they're going through this judgment. We got the Four of Cups behind the Two of Cups, which gives Six of Cups energy. This could be somebody you're rejecting and leaving in the past. This could have been a past life soulmate, but you're leaving the past in the past, collective, and you could be rejecting somebody. You know why you're rejecting them? Because look at Spirit coming back through with that death energy, collective. This connection is over. There has been an ending with this person that just doesn't want to let go, collective. They still want to keep you on the loop. They still want to keep you on the chasing loop. Keep chasing me. Keep playing this game with me. When, collective, you've healed. You've healed from this experience and you're having a glow up. Spirit said no, definitely not. Because this person got to heal. But they're not healing, collective. They're doing spell work is what they're doing behind the scenes. This energy as we close out, collective, wow, we have devil energy that landed on this Aquarius over here, which could mean this is somebody who's still attached to a devil energy. This devil is in the upright and crossing. This person could still be attached to a demonic energy. They might have a demonic entity attached to them. And we have Mercury energy, y'all. But this Mercury energy is in the reverse. And we have the 7 in the upright. Wow. I think Spirit is trying to let us know with that Mercury in the reverse This was a dark warlock that you are separating from, and you're on your chariot moving forward, continuing to heal, because that 7 is also touching the star energy right here. You're continuing to heal, pour into yourself, love on yourself, balance out your energy, and you're moving forward, collective, on your chariot. This person, they got to deal with the devil here. They got to do some healing of their own, but they're not, which is the reason why Spirit said no. Definitely not this person. Even though this person may feel like you're their 2 of Cups, that could have been Spirit letting us know that you got a 2 of Cups coming in, because there's been an ending to this connection with this past energy. They're married, and I believe that's what's been exposed with that Sun energy. And that's why they're going through judgment, because they tried to still lie. They tried to act like they were still single, knowing that they're still in a parent trap with someone else. Collective, I'm going to leave it here. If you're still here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Please and thank you. And if you need a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. Much love and much light, stud stars. Till the next time. Namaste.